So hello everyone, welcome back to English Grammar and Literature World. Dear students, in our previous classes we have already completed many important questions from idioms and phrases, and all those classes are available in the playlist. In today's particular class we are going to practice top 50 idioms and phrases. Okay, the PDF of this class will be available on our official Telegram channel. So if you have not joined our Telegram channel yet, make sure to join using the link given in the description. Okay, so without further delay, let's begin today's class. So look at the first one. A blessing in disguise means. So the idiom a blessing in disguise means something that initially looks bad or unlucky or later turns out to be good or beneficial. So that is called a blessing in disguise. So here option B, that is something good that seemed bad, is the correct answer. Okay, actually at first it seems like a problem, but later you realize it was actually a positive point. Okay, next, a dime a dozen. So the idiom a dime a dozen means something that is very common and easy to find. Okay, something that is very common, or you can say easy to find. Okay, easy to find. So that is called a dime a dozen. So here option C, that is very common, is the correct answer. Next, a feather in one's cap. So this one is very important. So the idiom a feather in one's cap means an achievement or success that makes a person proud. So simply you can say an achievement. Okay, an achievement or success. So the idiom refers to something notable that adds honor to someone's reputation. So here option C, that is an achievement, is the correct answer. Next, what is the meaning of the idiom a fish out of water? So this one also very important. So the idiom a fish out of water means a person who feels uncomfortable or does not fit in a particular situation. Okay, so here a fish out of water suggests uncomfortable situation. Okay, so here option D, that is uncomfortable situation, is the correct answer. Next, a storm in a teacup. So the idiom a storm in a teacup generally means making a very small problem look very big and serious. The idiom describes a situation where people overreact to something unimportant. Okay, so here option B, that is small issue exaggerated, is the correct answer. Okay, next, what is the meaning of the idiom at sixes and sevens? So the idiom at sixes and sevens means a state of confusion, disorder or chaos. So you can say one kind of confusion, okay, disordered or chaos. Okay, so here option A, that is confused, is the correct answer. Next, what is the meaning at the drop of a hat? So the idiom at the drop of a hat means doing something instantly without delay or hesitation. Okay, so doing something instantly, or you can say without delay or without hesitation. Okay, so the idiom shows quick reaction or immediate action. Okay, so here option C, that is immediately, is the correct answer. Next, break up the wrong tree. So the idiom break up the wrong tree means to make a wrong assumption or to follow a wrong idea or direction. Okay, so here option D, that is wrong approach, you can say wrong approach. Okay, so here option D, wrong approach, is the correct answer. Next, beat around the bush. So this idiom is very important. Okay, so the idiom beat around the bush means to avoid talking about the main topic directly and speak in an indirect way. Okay, actually instead of coming the main point, a person talks around the issue, often wasting time. So that is called beat around the bush. So simply you can say option C, that is avoid the main point and talking one kind of roundabout way. Okay, next. What is the meaning of bite the bullet? So the idiom bite the bullet means to accept a painful or difficult situation bravely and face it without fear. So it is used when someone has to do something unpleasant but necessary. So here option B, face difficulty bravely, is the correct answer. Understand? That's good. So next one, break the ice. So I think you people know the right answer because this one is very common and also important. Okay. So the idiom break the ice means to start a conversation in a social situation, especially when someone are meeting for the first time and feel uncomfortable or shy. Actually, it helps to make people feel relaxed and comfortable. Just you can simply say option A, that is start conversation. Okay, next. So what is the meaning of the idiom burn the midnight oil? So the idiom burn the midnight oil means to work late into the night or study till midnight. Okay, so it is used when someone puts in extra effort, especially at night, to complete work or preparation. So here option A, that is work late, is the correct answer. Understand? Good. Next, by hook or by crook. So this one is very important. The idiom by hook or by crook means to achieve something in any possible way, whether right or wrong methods are used. So it shows strong determination. So the idiom shows one kind of strong determination. Okay, so simply by hook or by crook means by any means. So here option C, that is by any means, is the correct answer. Next. So what is the meaning of the idiom call a spade a spade? So the idiom call a spade means to speak honestly and directly without hiding the truth or using soft language. Okay. So the idiom refers to being straightforward. Okay. Straightforward and frankness. So here option C, that is speak truth directly, is the correct answer. Next, what is the meaning of cry over spilled milk? So the idiom cry over spilled milk means to feel sad or regret about something that has already happened and cannot be changed. Okay, so it teaches that worrying about the past is useless because the damage is already done. Okay, so here option B, that is regret uselessly, is the correct answer. Next, what is the meaning of cut corners? So the idiom cut corners means to do something in the easiest or cheapest way. Okay, easiest or cheapest way. So that is called cut corners. So it usually implies doing work carelessly or save time or money. Okay, so you can choose option A, that is do cheaply, is the correct answer. Next, don't cry wolf means. So the idiom don't cry wolf means option B, that is give false alarm, is the correct answer. Next, devil's advocate. So this one also very important. So the idiom devil's advocate means a person who argues against an idea or opinion, not because they disagree, but to test how strong the idea is. So it is used in discussion to check all sides of an argument and find weaknesses. So here option B, that is opponent for argument, is the correct answer. Next one, in one's bad books. So what is the meaning of the idiom in one's bad books? So the idiom in one's bad books means to be disliked or not in someone's good opinion due to some mistake or wrong action. Okay, so here option D, that is to be out of favor, is the correct answer. Next, face the music. So the idiom face the music means to accept the consequences or punishment of your action bravely. So to accept the consequences. Okay, to accept the consequences or punishment of your actions bravely. So it is used when someone take responsibility for a mistake even if it is unpleasant. So here option B, that is accept punishment, is the correct answer. Next one, get out of hand. So the idiom get out of hand means a situation becomes difficult to control. Okay, so it is used when something moves beyond control or become chaotic. Okay, something which is beyond control, or you can say uncontrolled. Okay, so here option C, become uncontrolled, is the right answer. Okay, next, what is the meaning of the idiom give the benefit of doubt? So the idiom give the benefit of doubt means to trust someone or believe something is true even you are not fully sure. So it is used when you believe positively instead of assuming something wrong. Okay, so option A, that is trust despite doubt, is the correct answer. Next, go to the extra mile. So the idiom go to the extra mile means to put in extra effort. To put in extra effort to do something. So it shows one kind of hard work or one kind of dedication and willingness to do more than required. So here option B, that is do more effort, is the correct answer. Next, what is the meaning of the idiom to speak without thinking? So the idiom generally means to say something without considering the consequences or meaning properly. So it often leads to mistakes, embarrassment or misunderstanding. So you can choose option B, that is to talk without proper thought or care. Okay, so to talk without proper thought or care. Next, in black and white. So the idiom in black and white means something written or clearly documented in official form. So it is used when something is clearly stated in writing, so there is no confusion or doubt. So option B, that is written or written from, is the correct answer. Next, in hot water. So tell me the meaning of the idiom in hot water. In hot water means being in trouble or facing a difficulty. Okay, being in trouble or one kind of difficult situation. Okay, so here option B, that is in trouble, is the correct answer. Next, in the blink of an eye. So the idiom in the blink of an eye means something that happens extremely fast or instantly. Extremely fast or instantly. So look at the options. Option A, that is quickly. Okay, next, jump the gun. So the idiom jump the gun means to do something before the proper time. So it is often used when someone acts too quickly without waiting for the right moment. Okay, so you can choose option D, that is act too early, is the correct answer. Next, keep an eye on means. So the idiom keep an eye on. Keep an eye on means to watch someone or something carefully, especially to make sure everything is safe or going well. Okay, so it is used when you need to monitor or take care of something. So option B, that is watch carefully, is the correct answer. Next, kill two birds with one stone. Okay, so this one is very important, also very common idioms. Kill two birds with one stone means to achieve two results or complete two tasks with a single effort or action. So it shows efficiency and smart work. Okay, efficiency or one kind of smart work where one action gives double benefit. Okay, so option C, achieve two things, is the correct answer. Next, let the cat out of the bag. Okay, so let the cat out of the bag means to reveal something. Okay, you can say to reveal a secret, often accidentally or unintentionally. So here option A, that is reveal secret, is the correct answer. Next, what is the meaning of the idiom make a mountain out of a molehill? So the idiom make a mountain out of a molehill means to treat a very small problem as if it were a very big and serious one. So the idiom refers to overreacting or exaggerating a minor issue. Okay, exaggerating a minor issue. So here option D, that is exaggerate small issue, is the correct answer. Next, miss the boat. So tell me the meaning of the idiom miss the boat. So miss the boat means to fail to take advantage of an opportunity because of delay or hesitation. So here option B, that is miss opportunity, is the correct answer. Next, no pain no gain. So what is the meaning of the idiom no pain no gain? So no pain no gain means you cannot achieve success without hard work, effort or struggle. Okay, so it teaches that effort and difficulty are necessary for achievement. Okay, so option B, hard work needed. Next, once in a blue moon. So the idiom once in a blue moon means something that happens very rarely, almost never. So here option C, something that happens very rarely, is the correct answer. So this one is very common idioms. Okay, so next, on cloud 9. So the idiom on cloud 9 means feeling very happy, excited or in a state of extreme joy. So the meaning of the idiom is extreme joy, or you can say excited, happiness, etc. So it is used when someone is overjoyed because of good news or success. Okay, so you can simply tick option A, that is feeling extremely happy and joyful. Next, on thin ice. So tell me the meaning of the idiom on thin ice. So the idiom on thin ice means to be in a situation where there is a danger or risk of getting into trouble. So a dangerous situation, that is called on thin ice. So the idiom suggests one kind of trouble or unsafe situation. Unsafe situation. So look at the options. Option A, that is being in a risky or dangerous situation, is the correct answer. Next, pull one's leg. So the idiom pull someone's leg means to tease or joke with someone in a friendly way. Okay, to tease or joke someone. So here option B, that is to make fun of someone jokingly. Next, put all eggs in one basket. So the idiom put all eggs in one basket means to depend completely on one plan, idea or option, risking everything on it. So the idiom means option B, that is to risk everything on one plan. Next, rain, cats and dogs. So this one is very common idioms. Rain, cats and dogs means rains heavily. Okay, so here option C, that is it is raining heavily and continuously. Next, miss the boat. So tell me the meaning of the idiom miss the boat. So miss the boat means to fail to take advantage of an opportunity because of delay or late action. Okay, so here option C, that is to lose an opportunity by being late. Next, spill the beans. So this one is also very important. So the idiom spill the beans means to reveal a secret. Once the secret is revealed, it cannot be taken back. Just like spilled beans cannot easily be collected again. Okay, so here option A, that is to reveal secret information unintentionally. Okay, so option A is the correct answer. Next, under one's nose. So tell me the meaning of the idiom under one's nose. So This idiom means something happening very close or right in front of someone. So it shows lack of attention. So the idiom shows lack of attention. Okay, even when the thing is clearly visible. So here option D, that is something happening right in front of unnoticed, is the correct answer. Next, turn over a new leaf. So tell me the meaning of the idiom turn over a new leaf. Actually, this idiom means to start a new and better way of life. Okay, to start a new or better way of life. Just simply you can say a fresh start. That is called turn over a new leaf. So here option B, that is to start behaving in a better way, is the correct answer. Next, in the same boat. So the idiom in the same boat means to be in the same difficult situation as others. Okay, so it shows that everyone is facing the same problem or same condition. Okay, so here option B, that is facing the same problem together, that is the correct answer. Next, take the bull by the horns. So the idiom take the bull by the horns means to deal with a difficult or risky situation with courage and confidence. So instead of avoiding the problem, a person faces it directly and bravely. Okay, so here option D, that is to face a problem boldly and directly. Next, get cold feet. So what is the meaning of the idiom get cold feet? So the idiom means to suddenly feel nervous or afraid to do something that you were planning to do. Okay, so it is used when someone loses confidence at the last moment. So you can simply tick option B, that is to become suddenly afraid, is the correct answer. Next, under the weather. I think you people know the meaning of the idioms. So under the weather generally means feeling a bit sick, weak, or not in good health. Okay, so it is usually used for mild illness. Mild illness. So here option C, that is feeling slightly ill or unwell, is the correct answer. Next, see eye to eye. So tell me the meaning of the idiom see eye to eye. So see eye to eye means to have the same opinion or to agree fully with someone. So it is used when two people think in the same way and have no disagreement. So that means to have the same opinion. That means no disagreement. So look at the options. Option A, to agree completely, is the correct answer. So this is the last one. So look at the question. What is the meaning of the idiom hit the nail on the head? I think you people know the right answer. So look at the option. Is it to miss the main idea completely, or is it to speak without thinking, or to make a careless mistake, or to say something exactly correct? So what is the right answer? You have to tell me in the comment section. So here are total 50 questions, okay, based on previous year questions of various competitive exams. So that's all for today. I think if people enjoyed this session most, if you want to join our Telegram channel, then link in the description, okay, for free PDFs and daily quizzes. So till then, keep reading, keep writing, and keep watching English Grammar and Literature World. Thanks for watching. See you in the next classes.